Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the fifth and the last news on today's newspaper front page. Dawn. 104 constituencies have gender gap of over 50. Differences in NA50 are greater than the total number of women voters by Iftikhar A. Khan. Islamabad, there are as many as Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the fifth and last news on today's newspaper front page. Dawn. 104 constituencies have gender gap of over 50. Difference in NA50 greater than the total number of women voters by Iftikhar A. Khan. Islamabad, there are as many as 12 National Assembly constituencies in 3 provinces of the country where the percentage of women voters is less than 41%. 6 of such constituencies are in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 4 in Sindh, and 2 in Balochistan. A thorough analysis of the constituency-wise data of voters posted by the Election Commission of Pakistan (ECP) on its website shows that the situation in NA50 South Waziristan is the worst, as the gap there between male and female voters exceeds the total number of women enrolled as voters. The number of male and female voters in the constituency in 122,563, 68.16%, and 56,733, 31.64%, respectively. The gender gap therefore comes to 65,830. The second worst case is that of NA 263, Killa Abdullah in Balochistan, where the number of registered men and the electoral rolls in 189,419, 64.17%, against a total of 105,747, 35.83% women, which translates into a gap of 83,672. In NA48 North Waziristan, the number of male voters is 220,765, 61.93%, against 115,687, 38.7%, 07%. Female voters, the gap coming to 85,078. In Momand, NA42, the number of male and female voters is 284,519, 61.02%, and 117,856, respectively. The difference working out to 66,663. Similarly, in NA51 frontier regions, the number of male voters is 123,334, 60.54%, and that of female voters 80,401, 39.46%. The gap thus comes to 42,933. The number of men on the electoral rolls In NA 250, Karachi West 3 is 243,237, 69.02%, and that of women 164,674, 39.98%. The gap working out into 82,583. In NA 264, Quetta 1, the number of male and female voters is 115,693, 59.66%, and 77,578, 40.14%, respectively. The gap between them, therefore, comes to 38,114. In NA 249, Karachi West 2, the number of registered male voters is 197,612, 59.61%, and that of women voters 133,877, 40.39%, with the gap coming to 63,735. In NA7, lower D2, the number of male and female voters is 218,479, 59.45%, and 149,076, 40.55%, respectively. The gap is therefore 69,453. Likewise, in NA 238, Malay 3, the number of female voters is 137,926, 59.39%, and that of women voters 94,311, with the gap coming to 43,615. The NA5 Upper D constituency has the largest difference of 93,991 between male and female voters. The number of male voters there is 299,665, 59.3%, against 205,674, 40.70%. Women voters. In NA 248, Karachi West 1, the number of male voters is 177,225, 59.21%. And that of women, 122,067, 40.69%, with the gap coming to 55,158. In all, there are 104 out of the 272 National Assembly constituencies which have a difference of over 50,000 between male and female voters. These include 60 of the 141 constituencies in Punjab, 28 of the 51 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 13 of the 61 in Sindh, and 3 of the 16 in Balochistan. In as many as 11 of these constituencies, the difference is over 70,000. There are NA5. These are NA5 Upper D, 93,991, NA48, North Waziristan, 85,078, NA263, Kila Abdullah, 83,672, NA250 Karachi, West 3, 82,563, NA87 Hafizabad 1, 82,550, NA122 Sheikhupura 4, 78,398, NA35 Banu, 73,500, NA246 Karachi South 1, 73,330, NA77 Narwal 1, 71,630. NA259 Dera Bukti, 71,466, and NA 138 Kasur to 70,936. In contrast, there are 20 National Assembly constituencies where the proportion of female voters is over 47%. These include all the three constituencies of the federal capital. The rest of 17 such constituencies are in Punjab. None of the other provinces has a single constituency where the percentage of women voters is more than 47%. All the 7 constituencies in the Rawalpindi are on the list. All the constituencies of Chakwal, Attak, Jhelum, and Kushab have 2 National Assembly seats each, also have the distinction of having a proportion of female voters of over 47%. National Assembly NA 64 and NA 65 of Chakwal have 49.32% and 48.60% registered female voters, respectively. In NA 64, the number of male voters is 294,150, 50.58% against 286,278, 49.32%. Women voters, showing a difference of 7,872, 1.36%. In NA 65, the total number of male and female voters is 303,684, 51.4%, and 287,133, 48.6%, respectively. In NA 61, Rawalpindi 5, there are 205,480, 51.48% male voters and 193,627, 48.52% female voters. In NA 58, Rawalpindi 2, the number of male and female voters is 346,297, 51.66%, and 324,065, 48.34%, respectively. Likewise, in NA 66, Jhelum 1, the number of male and female voters is 300,892, 51.70%, and 281,068, 48.3%, respectively. In NA 56 Attak 2, the number of male voters is 353,687, 52.6% against 325,703, 47.94% female voters. NA 130 is the only NA constituency out of the 14 in Lahore to boast a proportion of female voters of more than 47%. The number of male and female voters in this constituency is 294,276, 52.11%, and 270,470, 47.89%, respectively. The other constituencies where the percentage of female voters is more than 47% are NA 54 Islamabad 3, 47.8%, NA 60 Rawalpindi 4, 47.76%, NA 93 Kushab 1, 47.65%, NA 57 Rawalpindi 1, 47.64%, NA 63 Rawalpindi 3, Rawalpindi 8, 47.63%, NA 67 Jhelum 2, 47.57%, NA 53 Islamabad 2, and NA 59 Rawalpindi 3, 57.54%, NA 62 Rawalpindi 6, 47.51%, NA 51 Islamabad 1, 47.47%, NA55 Attack 1, 47.3%, NA94 Kuchab, 47.13%, and NA71 Gujarat 4, 47.09%. In the end, the formal request, please, if you have not subscribed our channel, press the like button along with the bell button to get the fresh from us. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time. Goodbye.